Hello everyone! Welcome to my channel. Welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be my June update to my Pan That palette as well as my Expand Those pans. So it's going to be two projects that I'm updating you on. I am trying to use up a palette as much as I can this year, just see how far I can get. It's my first time trying to pan a palette. And then I have another project where I take all of the products that I already have pan on and just try to expand them a little bit more. So I will be showing you progress photos, we'll be talking usage, all the things you want to see in a project pan. So if that sounds good to you, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't yet. I would love it if you stuck around. But with all that, let's just get started. All right, so we're gonna start with my Pan That palette update first. Like I said, this is my first time trying to pan an eyeshadow palette, so I did go a little bit easy on myself and chose this Chanel Quad. It is in the colorway Brun and Rose, so it is 2 grams of product. Each shade is only 0.5 grams. So I thought, like, this shouldn't be too hard. I will be using one of my luxury products, something I spent a little bit more money on. It'll be interesting to see just how far I can get in a year of using the same eyeshadow palette, trying to really hone in on something. It's more on the neutral side. So all of those elements together, I thought I was giving myself a leg up. But the problem with that is you still have to use the palette. You still have to use it in order to make progress, and this is a little bit of a sad Pan That palette update, unfortunately. So let me show you what this palette looks like. Take a good hard look. So I'm going to pop up a photo of what this palette looked like when I rolled it in. And we're just going to swatch this really quickly so I can show you the color story. So this was part of their Tweed collection. Like I said, it's in 04 Brun and Rose. Then you have the shade names, which are super original: light, medium 1, medium 2, and dark. So I'm gonna swatch them in light to dark order. And we'll go from there. I honestly thought about skipping this update because the usage numbers aren't good. They're not good at all. I'm a little bit disappointed in myself, but I am back up on the horse. I've already beaten my numbers on some of these because I'm filming a little bit late. So I've already used this palette a couple times too since May ended, but regardless, I think we're gonna do better for next month. But here's the color story. So this top one here is light, kind of just like a really, very similar to ColourPop Ritz, like a beigey, sparkly color. Then medium 1 underneath that, very subtle kind of satiny taupe, a little bit of a darker taupe. This is medium 2. And then we have dark, which is also kind of a satin shade. There are no true mattes in this palette. But now that you've seen what this palette looks like and the swatches, let's go over my uses. So I'm gonna pop up a photo of what this palette looks like now, as well as my uses for this past month. So yeah, as you can see from the photo, not great uses. I'm gonna start with medium 1 because it's the top corner and it just makes the most sense to me. So this past month, I've used it 4 times. And medium 2, even sadder, I've only used once. And we have light here. I've also used this 4 times, so I am kind of using these in conjunction. And I'm wearing this palette today. I put it on for filming. Everything that I'm wearing is always listed in the description box below. So 4, 4, 1, and then this very dark shade I've only used twice. I usually have higher uses on especially this dark shade because I'll use it as liner, but I did pull in a very close shade in my eyeshadow roulette project, which I will link up above, and I ended up using that as liner because the goal is only to use it 5 times. So could have gotten more uses on this, but I wanted to knock out that shade so I could roll in a new one, and that's why this has lower usage than normal. But still, definitely my most disappointing month. It's not even that I'm getting sick of this palette or anything like that. It's just that I wasn't wearing makeup. I work now. Before I could kind of get up whenever I wanted. And so now I have to make sure I get into the routine. I'm very much a routine person. So sometimes in the morning, I value the 15 minutes of sleep, but the past 4 days, I've put on makeup every single morning. So I just need to stick to that routine and we'll get higher numbers. Definitely just looking back, I was like, okay, I didn't realize how much I really slipped down that slope, and I'm ready to like get back because I want to use my things. It's not a chore to use them. It's just, I also like sleeping, to be honest. So that's my usage month to date. Let's now pop up a photo of what this palette looks like now, as well as my year-to-date numbers, and we'll go over that really quickly just so you can see how far I've gotten since January. Top shade, again, starting with that, 34 uses on this shade, so I don't think that's terrible, but we're halfway through the year now. That's not even 50 uses. Like, I'm gonna get less than 100 uses on this palette if I don't start kicking it up a notch. So 34 uses for medium 1. Medium 2, I have 18 uses. Not very happy about that. This is definitely my least used shade in the palette. However, this shade is gonna be a little bit tougher to hit pan on, I think, just because of how I'm using it. There is a bigger dip in it though, I don't know. Anyways, 18 uses year to date on this. Light, I have 27 uses year to date, and then dark, I have 33 uses. So medium 1 and dark are my most used shades in the palette. Light, I do use often, but I'm really using it as an inner corner shade, and I am using my fingers, so I feel like it's wearing down pretty evenly versus kind of pinpointing. You can see with dark here, I use it as liner. That's why there's kind of a really detailed point in the middle of where I'm dipping my brush in. Medium 1, I'm just using a fluffy brush. I don't know why this kind of cliff is happening, but it is. I'm using it naturally. I'm not trying to dig in or reach pan quicker than I would if I was just naturally using it. And then I usually take the same brush if I'm going to use medium 2 and use it afterwards to just kind of darken up the outer corner. So I really need to just get back into the routine. That's my goal for next month. And then use medium 2 a little bit more and just not be afraid of it as much. Like, realistically, it's not that dark of a shade. It really doesn't add that much dimension to the outer corner. It's just when I'm using it with medium 1 that I feel like the contrast is really heavy. So I don't know. Maybe I need to use medium 2 without using the first shade, and that way it won't look as different to me. I don't know, like, it's just, I'm having trouble reaching for this one, but I do still love the palette. I very much enjoyed this color story. This was the palette that I wore on my wedding day, so it's not a chore to reach it all. These are neutrals, they're easy to use. I like pairing them with different things. So it's just a matter of being disciplined is really what it comes down to. So that's my update for Pan That Palette. A little bit short, a little bit disappointing, but that is why I added on a second project to this update to just kind of spice it up and also get some usage on some of the items in my collection that I already have pan on, because I tend to neglect them once I hit pan, because then I'm focusing on hitting pan on other things. So I just started this not that long ago, and the way that I'm doing it is I'm randomizing all the things in my collection that have pan, and my goal is to use them 10 times. So it's been working out really well for me. I've actually been enjoying it quite a bit, and just seeing the progress 10 uses can make in a product is really motivating. So we're gonna start with my rollover from last month, which is the Nars Fort de France Highlight. So last month I didn't add it up, but I believe I had 7 uses on it and I only needed 3, and I easily got those 3 extra uses. So this will be rolling out, and the pan has definitely gotten bigger. Very happy with this pan because it was quite a small pan when I rolled it in. You'll see the before photo and the after, and it just expanded a teeny tiny bit, and that's why I'm really happy that I started this. It was something that wasn't really even on my radar, and when I was thinking of something to add to this video, that was a project I knew that could be kind of low-key, easy for me. I could do it in my spare time. It's not a high usage goal, and It's actually, I don't know, one that I'm really looking forward to continuing, and it keeps me excited because they're like small changes, but you can see a big difference. Yeah, very happy with this one. This will be rolling out, so I will be pulling in something new for that. And then my next two products, I only have 3 products that I'm working on at a time. The next one is my bronzer. So this is a Becca bronzer in Bali Sands. It was the lightest shade when Becca was still a brand, and it's actually my favorite product from Becca. Wasn't like super into their highlighters as much, but if you can see, like, I loved this bronzer. This had a natural pan. Like, I didn't have this in a project in order to hit pan. It was just me using it. So you'll see the before photo, but I only have 8 uses on this. So 8 uses so far. I still need 2 more. Because this is kind of a very low-key project, I'm not gonna roll something in its place. I will just keep it for another month and get my 2 uses. It'll be an easy rollout for next month, but I am a little bit concerned on what my next steps are with this bronzer because I would love to finish it. It is getting a little bit difficult to pick up with my brush, but I'm afraid to repress it. I had a bad experience repressing my Kevin Aqua contour powder. It just like didn't repress correctly. So now I'm just nervous if I repress something that it's going to end up ruining the product. And I like this too much for it to get messed up. So I don't know, but it is getting really hard with my big fluffy brush to pick up the product and use it as a bronzer. So I'm still deciding what to do. If you have any tips for me on repressing, let me know. I don't know if I just pressed that powder too hard or what it was, but I would repress it and then it would just crumble apart, and it was just to the point where it's unusable. I mean, I guess there's so little in this that I could use it as like a loose bronzer, but that kind of sounds like a pain. I don't know. I'd love some tips. If you have any tips on what to do with this, let me know. But this will be staying in the project. I have 2 more uses to go. And then my third item was actually a newer pan to my collection. It is my Dior Highlight in Holo Pink. I had this in my project pan. I will link that playlist up above, 2-hit pan. And I did it in, I think April sounds about right. So it was kind of nice to roll this back in and make the pan a little bit bigger. So I've only used this 5 times since having it in the project, and already I can tell that the pan is expanding, which is amazing because this was also, like the Nars, a very small pan, but you can see the pan there, and then I don't know if you can tell there's also pan like speckling in other spots. So I'm hoping with another 5 uses that it'll kind of connect and be one giant pan. That would be amazing, but we'll see. I'm not fully optimistic that could happen. I'm slightly optimistic though, but I still have 5 uses left to go on this. So the Dior is gonna stay in, the Becca is gonna stay in, but the Nars is going to roll out, and I'm going to pick a new product for that. So I have my Tiny Decisions app here, and I'm going to screen record. As you can see, like, I don't have too many products with pan. This is everything. The only stipulation is that it can't be something that I just rolled out, which is only the Nars Highlight. If it was something that I recently had in, like for example, I had the Fenty bronzer in last update and it gets rolled in again, I will use it again. I like it a lot. Obviously, all of these have pan for a reason, so it's fine to use it. I'm hoping I didn't jinx myself by saying that, but let's just see what gets chosen. Hopefully something new. Okay, the Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm. That is kind of a foundation, but it's a balm foundation. So let me go grab that and I will show you what it looks like. Here is the Blurring Balm. So I have the shade 3. It is tinted and I do really like this product. Obviously I have pan in it. Here's what the pan looks like. This is kind of like a shallow dish, kind of like the Tatcha Silk Canvas, which I also have pan in. But I like to use this kind of as a tinted primer, no makeup kind of look. It's very easy for me to reach for. It does provide like good oil coverage outside in the heat. So this will be easy to get my 10 uses on, I think, other than the fact, you know, I do have other foundations in other projects, but I think I'll be able to get 10 uses on it at least within 2 updates. So we'll see how much the pan can expand from there. I'll be taking a before photo of this and seeing what it looks like after 10 uses. So that is my update for expand those pans. That is my update for pan that palette. Let me know down below, like, have you kind of slipped down on projects, and what did you do in order to get back up there, get your numbers back on track? Because, you know, it's not a place that I want to be consistently. I know that, like, I won't always have good updates for you guys, and that's why I ultimately decided to still do my update, because I was considering not doing an update because my numbers were so bad with Pan That Palette, but I decided to just be like upfront and honest. We listen and we don't judge around here. But next month, like, I do need to just use my products a little bit more. That's it. Like, I need to realize it's not as big of a task as I build it up in my head. Like, 5-10 minutes of putting on a little bit of makeup is better than putting on no makeup. And I enjoy doing it. I really do. It's something that gives me a little bit of peace in those 10 minutes. Like, I can kind of focus in on it. It's relaxing. So it's not even like it's a chore and I hate doing it. I love doing it. I just need to prioritize actually doing it. So I'd love some tips if you have any, some tips on how to repress that bronzer so it doesn't crumble on me and I have to throw it out. But after that, this is where I'm going to leave you all. I hope you're having a great one, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.